Okay.
I don't hear nobody ever talk about Howard Stern anymore.
Who's the idiot? I mean, what's his wife's name?
Beth.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She's pretty hot.
She should be.
She's into cats, though.
Huh?
Look at the money they make.
She's a big cat person.
If you marry somebody worth $200 or $300 million, you better be hot.
Yeah, or you make them hot, I guess. Good music.
Because he's not a good-looking guy.
What we got over here?
We'll be on there.
TV. All righty, here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker podcast brought to you by Pacific Game Calls. I'm Jeff Stanfield.
I'm Andy Shaver.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're who? The
I
fucking
am the world
famous Andy Shaver.
Really?
And I need to send a thank you out. Somebody sent me a brand new lanyard right over there, and really appreciate it. So, whoever it was, Luke was the guy's name. I didn't. God
I didn't know
damn
you
it,
were
Ollie.
world famous.
Yes. You gotta get with it.
And we got just Terry Utley with us. It's like just Jeff Stanfield. We're the fill-ins.
It happens, though.
I know.
It's all right.
You know how famous Andy is. Andy's let it go to his head because we were talking about you on here the other day, and I said, Andy, I said, on 5th Street, I think Terry Utley's the other famous person that lives on 5th Street.
I didn't realize you were on 5th Street.
And Andy goes, no, he's not. And he said, I guess he is. I said, yeah. He said, let's be honest, Jeff. He goes, I'm here, and Terry's way down here on famous.
Yeah,
That's what the dickhead said.
That's all right. I mean,
You're way over there, Terry.
We're also got to be somewhere, you know.
Yeah,
So.
and then
We're separated by a field.
This all started with his wife. They did an article on his wife, and she was one of the top downloads. And Andy,
No.
is she still?
I haven't heard.
So
Downloads
anyways,
for looks or personality or what are we talking about?
it wasn't naked pics. It was on the podcast. So Andy, anyways, he says, and I quote, he goes, "Nobody knew who that bitch was if it wasn't for me."
I did not say bitch.
I think you did. I think if you go back and listen to it, you'd say that. Would you bet money that you didn't say bitch?
He's lying now.
Yeah.
He is lying at his ass.
Yeah, he is. So anyways,
My memory's not that good anymore.
the other day at the house, the grandkids were there. And I said, Reese, I told Dylan, I said, Reese's dad's world famous. And Reese looked at Dylan, and he goes, he really is.
He really is.
That's all that matters. Loving your son loves you, and that you're famous. Man, don't get any better than that.
I forgot Andy's a school board member.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad somebody
Are
is.
you going to get stuff done up to school, Andy?
Got to whip it in. We're building a fence. We're spending money.
I mean, are you the kind of person, if someone in Knox City has a problem, they could come to you and you'd try to find a solution?
Listen.
Well, but are you going to try to push it down the road?
I'll listen.
That's not the answer. That's about
That's the wrong
politically
answer,
correct.
yeah.
I'm telling you.
How is that politically
He's part
correct?
Democrat then.
When people come to me when I was mayor and they said, hey, we got a problem, I would address it at the council meetings or do something about it.
I was city council for 5
Yeah.
years, and that was.
We got a lot of shit done, Terry.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
And
Why
you were
do
popular.
our sidewalks only have lights on one side of the road?
That's because that's what we had the budget for. We actually,
Monday has them on both sides of the road.
It's not Monday. It's not.
That's right.
Exactly. We should have them on both sides of the
If
road.
me and Terry weren't here, we wouldn't have had fucking lights.
Right,
We got lights on one side.
Be happy.
Yeah.
We finally got new street signs finally.
And we got
That
people
is nice.
And we got people bitching at us about the lights being on their side because it cost them $5 a month or something for their electric
Yeah,
bill.
exactly, yeah.
So see, we got our ass chewed out.
What?
The other people on the other side did not want to pay that $5.
Right.
What?
It's wired into the electricity to the deal.
So the north side of town pays $5 more in electricity.
Well, me and Terry have a common
If you
friend.
got two
that's-
lights on your property there, you got to pay $10.
Yeah. We have a common friend that's in the insurance business, and he was not real happy about that. And now he's another one that can rub two nickels together. And,
He varies.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Great guy, though.
Yeah, great guy, but he made that comment to me one time. By God, I wouldn't mind doing it if they just asked me, but shit, just to put it on my damn electric bill. And I thought, who the hell notices that there's even that $5 extra on there?
Yeah.
But he did.
Yeah.
So,
It happens.
Anyways.
It happens. It's a good deal.
but we got shit done, Terry.
Yeah, we did.
And then we ask a school board member a question, and we get pushed
And
around.
I listen. I didn't
He didn't
push
say
you
anything,
down
did he?
at
No,
all.
he-
That's just part what the Democrats do. these
Yeah,
days,
I didn't
you know?
push you down at all. I was gonna listen. I listened.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes.
See, and that's not the way you should handle things. You should be assertive and get things done.
You're here to speak for us.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to get
And that's
shit
why
done
you
up
got
there.
voted in, asshole.
I did not get voted in. I was appointed.
Well,
That's
same thing.
Yeah, you do realize they appointed you because no one else wanted that fucking job either.
Exactly. Both boards that I'm on,
And it pays good.
Nobody
I
wanted.
think me and Terry had something to do with the one board you're on.
Probably.
I know that I was definitely there, and I said, he'll do a good job. Are you going to run for school board again when you're up?
Yeah, I'll run until I get beat.
Once you get beat, you're done forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to dip my toe back in that again.
Somebody else to do it though. You're a young guy. I got kids.
I got kids here, but
you know,
I'll
got
definitely.
some ties here from Knox City and the Greyhound.
Yeah.
You know.
And you want to do what's
I'll
best
run.
for our school.
I'll run, and then if I get beat, then I'm done. So hopefully they put up a good
And
candidate.
that's for our school, right?
Yeah, never quitter over here. Just if I lose, I'm done.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what you said.
Would you run again?
I never got beat.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't go back down that road. This is not something that I sought out to do.
Trust me, I've had many opportunities to run again, and I said, "Fuck no,
Hell
I'm
no,
done.
better that deal.
I'm retired."
Yeah.
You're off the city council, aren't you?
Yes, thank God. I was about 5 years. That was enough.
We've
for me.
done our times.
Yeah. It was fun though. We had a few hiccups in the road, but it's all right. We had a good time.
So I've got to do 2 more years, and then I can be done.
I'll promise you, our meetings are more entertaining than y'all's are.
Yeah. And a whole lot shorter.
Oh
a bit
yes,
too.
we were pretty quick, and
Yep.
we said some things probably that it's a good thing it wasn't on
Shouldn't been
recorded.
on recorded, you know, and we slap some hands here and there, you know, and give hugs and
I'll
all
tell you,
that stuff.
I'll tell you a funny Terry. Let me tell you a funny Terry Utley story.
I know where he's going.
Terry comes into a council meeting, and I get this smell when he walks in. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he comes over and shakes my hand. I go, God damn, Terry, what's on you? He said, pig semen. No, he didn't shake my hand. He goes, pig semen. I'm like, God almighty. We had this guy on the council, and I won't mention his name. He's kind of a horse's rear about stuff.
Yeah,
and Terry goes, hey, how you doing? And goes over and shakes his hand and slaps him on the back and
you know,
shit. God almighty.
Just like you're a sick bastard. I was like, well, it serves him right. you
I
know?
mean, you could fucking smell it.
Right.
Oh, that's stunk. I mean, that was bad. Had a boar out there. It's a teaser boar. He always walks the fence out there, you know, and brings the sows in heat, you know, and he wouldn't do a very good job. So he kind of, you know, he's probably 2 years old, probably never had him before, you know. So he'd run the fence over there. I thought, just going over and kind of jack him off a little bit, maybe get a little better, you know. Maybe get him interested a little better. And it was bad.
You jacked them off to make them.
That's what you do to collect boar. You jump a dummy and you collect them that way, you know.
I don't know about that, Terry.
You know, get him excited. Get him excited again.
Did you have like a pocket pussy or something that you got, or you just did it with your hand?
If it's good enough for himself growing up, it's good enough for the fucking pig.
Damn pig. You know, he got active though. At least he got to run the fence a little better. You know, and smell those sows around. You know, so he did better.
Every time Terry comes out, that fucking pig runs right to him.
Exactly, we're buddies.
You do it to ejaculation or just to kind of chub them up a little bit?
Yeah, chub them up, get them going again, excited. You know,
Chub him up a little bit.
So that's backwards. So like horses, they have like a teaser mare.
Mm-hmm.
So is it backwards in the pig community? You have a boar.
We have a boar. He just walks the fence there. Everything we do is artificial inseminated. Mm-hmm. You know, we have a rod. You know, it's like a corkscrew basically. You know, go in there and it tightens up, locks up in the cervix, and you breed the sow. This boar just walks the fence and tells me which one of those sows are in heat.
Because she'll walk to him.
She'll walk to him. Yep, and you can tell pretty quick.
You just grab her and.
Yep.
Right up the old
Did you
rooter.
see the video of the Mexican kid that was trying to breed that fucking horse, and that fucking horse got wrapped around that Mexican guy, and he was between the dummy deal, and old fucking Dick was slapping him in the face left and right, and he was hollering and shit. And it wasn't a big horse; it was like a Shetland pony or something. But he's got that old fucker wrapped around and just a humping him and shit. And that fucking Dick was hitting him in the ear and shit, and he's like, "What?"
I miss
That
that
was
part.
great.
We had a guy on here. He was he worked at a zoo, and he would do that with elephants.
Really?
And they had a little intern girl, and I guess they missed when they were going to put the thing over the elephant dong.
Yeah.
And it like kind of boomeranged, and it hit her in the fucking face.
Oh shit.
Knocked out by an elephant.
Yeah.
Dotted her eyes. She had fucking black eyes and all
like
sorts of
elephant
shit.
fingers.
Yeah.
How you gonna explain that at the bar?
It'd be a good
How'd you
story,
get those
I
black
guess.
eyes? Elephant penis.
Yeah, it'd be a good story.
Hit me right.
Elephant cock upside the eye.
Hit me right in the face.
It'd be a good story to make up.
So you're in the pig business, Texas
Yeah,
show hogs. Now there's a new series out called Pig Royalty, I believe is the name of it. Is that the name of it?
Let's say.
Now, you're not in the show, right?
Hell no.
Okay.
No.
Now I've had 3 other people talk to me about this show, and they all 3 said the same thing. There's a flamboyant gay guy on this show.
Yeah.
And he's a star, I guess, maybe.
No. Well, if it's a guy thinking about Ryan Rash,
That's the guy that
he is gay, but he is a super nice guy. I met him a long time ago. He has a podcast.
And he's very knowledgeable,
Very,
right?
very, very smart guy. Judged at A&M, judged all over the United States. He is a smart guy, but he's gay. But he's proud. He goes by the gay. You know,
Goes by the gay.
yeah, he goes
The
by
gay.
The gay. You know, great. My daughter saw him at Austin, Houston today. Took a picture with him, you know, and she's happy, you know. And the guy's very smart, and he hates them Democrats. He absolutely hates them. Most of those gay guys.
Most of those gay guys.
You know, all of them, I guess. All but him, you know.
Actually, I got 2 gay friends, and they both hate. They're both Trump guys.
Really?
But anyways, and Tony, we don't know for sure, but he's a Trump guy. He's on the fence though.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, now this guy's like really flamboyant about
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh
He
yeah.
wears
He wears like $300 shirts. You know?
in pink. I heard he's got his toenails painted and shit.
Fingernails painted, and he goes. He's all out there.
But I heard he knows his shit when it comes to
does,
shots.
he does, he
And
does.
he's a big part of this show, right?
No, he's nothing to do with it.
No,
All
he doesn't.
he was there when they filmed one show. He was judging the show.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's all he had to do.
So
with
he's
it.
a judge.
He judges shows. He was there when they made part of this film, and he's like, I have nothing to do with this shit. I'm not involved. This is, you know, crazy. It's what I hear, you know. Who
See,
knows?
because from what I mean, just online, I'm looking. That's the.
Oh, everybody on YouTube.
that
If you're on
Nugget
YouTube,
what it
you can
is?
see this.
I mean, it's just looking like a fat kid and 2 lesbian
Yeah,
moms.
Nugget and something.
I don't know.
Good God, that one lady
That's
is.
like the
It looks like I don't know. It's kind of like Tiger Kings.
we had Tiger King now. Then we have this big.
Now we got pig royalties.
Yeah,
But I can't
Bunch of
find
fucking
any. I can't find the main character.
Did you like Tiger King?
I didn't. I watched about 2 minutes of it. That's the dumbest shit ever. I cannot do that stuff. No, this is.
It was like a train wreck. I watched the whole
it's
thing. I
stupid,
laughed
you
massive.
know.
So
It's gonna be on
You
Discovery.
don't dress like that.
It's
You
gonna be on
don't-
Discovery tonight. Yesterday.
It's on last
Yesterday we
night.
fucking missed it.
I missed it last night.
I couldn't watch it, but I'm gonna stream it because there's 2 of them and I want to
Yeah.
see them. So
I heard it on last night. I was at a junior high track meet last night in Jayton, which was, you know, that's junior high track meets they're a blast.
oh fuck yeah.
Anyway,
At least it wasn't cold and windy.
no, it was a beautiful place, beautiful track meet, pretty weather. Place is nice in Jayton with oil wells, gas. It helps a little bit, I guess. You know.
Yeah, they have nice facilities. Andy, did you
Andy,
hear
you
that?
Andy? We got oil
As a
wells
school
and
board
gas
member.
here. You know, I'm a school board member like you.
We're spending money. Well, they got oil and gas. That's how they fucking pay for everything.
It helps.
They're spending money.
We should have consolidated
you-
with Benjamin a long time ago.
Did you? So I heard this. So I guess the superintendent in the 60s and 70s had an opportunity to get the oil rights in Guthrie,
Bill Baker did.
and he didn't do it.
Why would he have done that?
They didn't know what was under the ground, I guess. Thought it was just fucking ranch land.
You know, I think that's probably. I don't know about that story, but Dad used to tell a story. But Dad was friends with a guy named Needham Steed, and Needham Steed told Dad that they were on their last well out there, and they hit a 100 or 200 barrel a day,
Yeah, I heard
and
it well. And
all
got
that
it back
big,
going again.
yeah, and big money and stuff. Dad
Yeah,
said
he-
Needham's wife was not a big fan of Dad's.
Yeah, he had
Needham drank a lot of beer with Dad.
he had an opportunity to get it back a long time ago. Passed on it, and then
Now look at it.
they found
Oh,
oil.
well, it happens,
That's
you know.
all. That's all it takes.
Where's
Okay,
that-
so
where's that
that's the guy on the right in the YouTube video.
No,
It showed, it showed
that's
him.
nothing.
The bottom right
The
there.
bottom right, it showed a dude with his freaking eyebrows done.
Yeah, Ryan.
What's the guy's
Ryan-
name? I can just
Ryan the
Google
gay.
it.
I'm a,
Ryan the gay.
His Snapchat goes by the gay. I mean, he is. It's pretty comical. I mean,
Terry, we're politically correct podcast here.
I don't know.
I'm just
Why Ryan is so gay?
No, that's not it. Just put in there.
Now back to show pigs. People up north don't realize this is a very competitive, cutthroat deal.
Yep.
Texas-
look here,
Texas-
cheating scale. Oh, that was in the
Texas is
90s.
the biggest. Texas is a big pig show. Any kind of livestock show is big in Texas. Steers, pigs, sheep, goats.
Is it because the
chickens.
money pays out better?
I don't know. I think that's some of it too. But the money's not that great. You know, I mean, we had a kid 3 years ago, I guess, won a breed at Houston, one of the Chesters. This pig sells for $100,000 in a ring. $100,000, right? And all she got was $12,000.
88,000 of it went to the Democrats living in the inner cities,
yeah.
right?
It's inner city
That's the
scholarship.
biggest
Well,
bunch
some
of
of that goes
shit.
Houston Livestock Show scholarship, which is a good deal. But $100,000
Out of $100,000, got $12,000.
That's kind of like pimping that kid out. You know what I mean?
That's-
Basically.
And
know?
he got free college though for a year or something,
She
right?
did not. No, she didn't get nothing. All she got was $12,000. And
Okay.
a banner and a belt buckle, and all.
I thought if you got a breed champion, you
No.
won a free. So that's
San
nothing.
Antonio, you get a scholarship. That's it.
But you get
$10,000 scholarship.
but you get money in San Antonio,
You get all your money. Yes.
and that's where the big
but
money
the money's
is.
not that good. I mean, money, like for us, it's not that good because we're out here in West Texas. If we lived in Fredericksburg area or San Antonio, yeah, it's going to pay really good. But for us, we're a whole lot less because we're out here in West Texas.
What's the most money a pig at San Antonio's went for?
I'm gonna play like the Grand Hog. I mean, one year bought like 60,000. The girl was from there in that area.
And she got
$60,000. You
$60,000.
get all of it.
Sure.
Yep.
But let's be honest. Everybody's like, "Goddamn, $60,000 for pig." These people ain't buying $200 pigs.
No, they're probably spending. I mean, I think that year her dad raises pigs back then, and you talking nowadays, a pig is anywhere from, I don't know, hell, we'd sell pigs from $200 to $2,000, which is a lot of money. But some guys, they're spending $50,000 on one pig.
That's fucking crazy.
But how can you tell when a pig is this small, the size of a fucking football, that it's worth $2,000?
Well, the genetics, the way they're built, and feet and legs, and the look, and the eye peel, and just some things, the history that mamas and the boards done in the past.
And they're gonna pay $40,000.
Oh yeah,
for a male pig,
weighing 50, 60 pounds.
Paying for a male pig.
Yeah, some being castrated, some not being castrated.
And that some bitch is gonna last 1 6-month season basically, and that's it.
Yeah, they'll be 9 months old now.
And they're done.
Yeah.
And when you get, there ain't no big fanfare with them.
No.
You get to that when you get in that ring, and if you don't get
about 4
pulled,
seconds.
you're fucking done. That pig, you don't ever see that pig again.
I've heard stories of that hog was $20,000 on the truck. That hog was $15,000 or $10,000 or $200.
Even if you win the whole thing, you're done with that pig. As soon as it's over, you walk.
Done. You're done. Yep. At least the steer deal, you can take them somewhere else. Pigs you can't.
And that's it.
Yeah. There's a deal last night. So last night, I watched this. All the showpig.com deal website. The heifer sold last night for $44,000, something like that. $55,000, $44,000, $8,000 last night. Heifers, for breeding stock.
So the pig after each. So with the heifers, that's like yours for the season.
You get the heifer for the rest of his life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You buy the heifer, that's yours. You show it the shows. Oh, he gets prize money. You take it back home. You breed it or sell it.
I didn't know
you
that.
want to do that.
I thought maybe like at Houston.
You can show the heifer.
It goes.
Bring it home.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Will they buy them at market weight there if you want them to?
The heifers
at Houston.
Heifers come back home.
Okay, no matter what happens.
No matter what happens. Yep.
Okay.
All the breeding shows, you can bring them back home.
Okay.
But the steers, cattle, and you got pigs, sheep, and goats. They all stay there.
Yeah, there ain't nobody taking.
So steers will stay.
Yeah, all your reserve breeds, they stay. They sell through the auction.
So that's what's so fucked up about last year on the COVID deal is y'all had to bring them fucking animals back.
We were headed to Houston, and we just got called. We stopped at Cross Plains, eat lunch, and got the phone call and say you can turn back around. We had 10 hogs in the trailer,
So the people that were there already had unloaded, then they had to load all their shit back
they
up.
Were showing the
sheep,
second day of the sheep show, and they shut it down.
They loaded their shit up and had to go home.
Come on, yep.
That's nuts.
Dude, that sucks for you guys, but I'm sure they lost their ass too.
Oh yeah,
they paid for they paid for everything.
But also we got a check later in the year. Kids got money back. They had money to raise. Yeah, every kid like the pig show, we got like $900 back. Which we made money the first time. We were making money at Houston. Motel rooms are $200 a night. They're for 4 or 5 nights. And you win a class, you might get $2,000. I mean, you spend that in motel rooms and eating out. Stuff.
Yeah, when my kids showed pigs through you, I let my kids have whatever money they won.
Right.
That went in their savings account and shit. Right. We could have went to fucking Hawaii every year.
Oh yeah, it's an expensive hobby.
Yeah, it is. Between Houston and San Antonio, you go on 2 big vacations for what you're going to spend.
Yep. Time you get mom and dad and grandma and grandpa show up, eat out every night. We have a good time, but you should kind of be kind of halfway conservative.
It's an expensive hobby and it's good for the kids though.
I'm kids, they love it. We've met people in this world in the last. I've been doing it. I grew up showing pigs. My dad taught ag in Paducah forever. My mom was a coach, and raised pigs, showed steers and some sheep here and there every once in a while, and went to college, doing that. And worked for some guys, showed steers, those guys, and raised pigs, and here we are now, showing pigs and raising pigs. And my kids like it. We have fights, of course, we all get burnt out and tired, but my little girl, she loves that stuff. She'll pull pigs. We'll give shots,
She's more into it than John Cross is.
He likes it. John Cross likes it, but he getting age. He's been doing it since he's 4 years old, He's tired of that shit sometimes, But I get tired of it too, But he's older. He's big into sports, and stuff. And, luckily the girl likes sports, but she wants to do this more often, and which is good though,
See, I figured John Cross would want to do this just because of the honeys at the stock shows.
He's getting there now, finally. He's kind of seeing more honeys there,
I'll never forget, we were in San Antonio. And I was giving everybody, Jennifer rode with us all the time with the kids. We were coming home, and John Cross it was something to do with a Sprite. And Payne, Jennifer goes, John Cross, what do you want to drink? Oh, I want a Sprite. And Payne got a Coke. And he's like, oh, that's a Sprite that Payne has. Oh, okay. And then Payne's like, explain to him. And he was probably about 3. He goes, John Cross, your Sprite is clear. My Coke is dark. Why? How is that a Sprite? They both Sprites,
He don't care.
Jennifer's like, shut up, Payne.
He's happy.
It was good. But John Cross was around older kids all the time.
Yeah, most of my kids are pretty mature for their age, I think. John Cross is 13, be 14, but next month, I guess, the 5th.
You get exposed to that stuff.
Oh, yeah. They're around people, and around older kids a lot, and they have a group of kids. They're old, when they looked up to, they're older, mature kids, too, I mean, we have good kids we grew up with, and they're all mature, Most of them are, but every once in a while, like Zach. We had Zach, he'd like to slip off, get drunk every once in a while, shows. My mom was like, "You drinking over there?" No, Mom, he's not drinking.
Do you remember this cheating scandal? Do you remember this cheating scandal in the 90s? They were putting, they were giving this cow fucking steer, whatever the fuck.
Clean blue draw.
Sorry. They were doing plastic surgery on it. Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
That happens. I mean,
that happens. It's like it's no big deal.
We're not certain. I mean, we do toe trims here and there. It's nothing. I mean,
what's a toe trim?
It's they trim their feet a little bit here and there.
Now, do you? This also said that they were over hydrating pigs to get their weight up.
Well, like we have a weight limit. We say you turn a hog in, weighs 250 pounds. You get 10 pounds to weigh, which max you can weigh is 260. Mm-hmm. You weigh 265, you wake off the scales, you're out of the show. You don't get to show no more.
So why would they be trying to increase the weight? I would think that if you,
I mean, they're doing something.
You want to add 10 pounds of weight on it. You don't want it to show at 250. You want it to show at 258 or 259.
Right.
Yeah, but wouldn't that take down
water, electrolytes, stuff like that?
But wouldn't that cut down on like their muscle tone and stuff?
No, the sugars there we do makes them muscles bigger.
Oh. Okay.
Gatorade, basically.
People that don't do this don't realize the pressure it is right at the deal. And you'll see a pig that'll get stressed out, or you'll see them where they can't even walk. They're so.
We have this paste called Paline. It's ractopamine, which is steroid. It's a legal steroid, and it's for muscle mass. And the feedlots use it for pigs to make them grow faster, Mm-hmm. And it's legal, But some pigs can take it, and some can't take none of it.
Really?
Some can take the smell of it, and they get stressed out and tight. Some of them take a bucket full of it, and there's no problem.
How do you know? Just trial and error, fucking pig.
Yep.
Spazzes out, and you're like, oh, you couldn't take it.
They get tired if they're walking, or you can kind of see them stressing out a little bit. You better back off a little bit. It's just,
We had a Berkshire that Zach had his senior year that San Antonio. It was a money maker. Terry told me that got a little too tight going into the deal, and I think they had to carry it off in a stretcher.
Well, a little cart with them on sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it was just.
But those things, they're bred to just to perform. Just like a racehorse. Their genetics are packed in there. They're tight. And you the last 3 weeks you put on 50 pounds. The last 3 weeks.
Really?
You push them to the max, get all you can out of them, It's a game.
It's a crazy game.
And I've been in it not a long time. There's guys that, their guys are just badasses in this deal. They do it year round, all the time, and they know what the hell they're good. They always winning. It's like, damn, them guys, how they do that? But they got 200 and 300 sows, and they got connections, and they do it all. They're just good. They know what they're doing, and they work hard at it. They got the best bloodlines, best genetics, and the facilities are unbelievable facilities. Heated barns, cool, and all that stuff. And it's a tough game, any hobby you do, football, basketball, golf. There's always men there who's going to be just a badass every year. Mm-hmm. It's the same guys every year. They're always kicking everybody's ass.
It's like everything else. There's the poor boy versions that are trying to get by, and there's the wealthy guys that have the best everything.
Yep.
And some guys will have 25 pigs on feed for one kid, and they'll show 3 pigs all year long.
Right. Yes.
That's just
don't make any sense. But it's it's what their hobby is. If I could do that, I'd
that's your love and passion.
Yes.
What do you think that the show pig that whole game has gotten so far away from what it first started when a kid was raising a pig at the farm?
Everything has though. Everything's about money. But most of those kids that win, they know what's going on. They've been there before at the barn at home doing homework, at home. A lot of them, they never walk the steer, they never walk the bullshit. They at the barn every day doing their chores, They know what that pig does, or the steer does, or how it's going to act and respond, You can't just go one day, buy this calf today or the pig today, and show up 6 months later and expect to win. That's not going to happen.
Do you think that a lot of poor kids have been pushed out because of this?
A little bit, yes, but there's always somebody to help you. There's always find somebody, hey, I want to do this project, we'll find money somewhere, somebody to help you. There's always some breeder there. Hey, I got this pig here. Take it with you. We'll work it out later. Whatever. If they want to do it, there's always somebody help them do it.
What is this right here? Clenbuterol?
Oh, it's just a big steroid drug.
And they were giving it to steers?
Yeah.
Andy, you're trying to dig up all the bad stuff.
Yeah,
we're talking about the good positive things about kids.
It absolutely is, but I want to know about the bad stuff too. And then
they do drug tests. They drug test animals. You will get drug tests. If you get drug tested positive, you don't come back no more. You don't get no money. everything. You can't come back for the rest of the show career.
Arkansas, Oklahoma State Fair last September. 16-year-old boy beat the shit out of a lamb so the flesh would swell and feel firmer to the judges.
Well, people are crazy out there, you know. I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, it's not right. You know, I mean, those people there should be banned from show herself. You know, I mean, this show deal,
that was in the '90s too, though. So
this is a competitive deal, but we do it right. You know, I mean, we've been, you know, you got to do it right. You know, we're in the business to sell pigs, and we do things right. And if you don't, you will get caught. You know.
Well, I've known you a long time. We've been friends for a long, long time, and I've watched every bit of your operation from when you first started out there, where you're at. And you put a lot of time in.
Yeah, well, you have to. You know,
but that's also your hobby.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my dad when he trained dogs back in the day. Right. He loved what he did. To me, it seemed like owning a fucking dairy.
Yeah, you're there all the time. You know,
you're there 7 days a week, morning and afternoon.
Be fed 7 days a week. Holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, they still got to be fed. You know,
I want to find this Ryan the fucking gay. I cannot find him.
Weather don't matter. Like the froze with it freeze was it?
What's Ryan's last name so Andy can look at it? It'd be Ryan Rash.
Ryan Rash the gate.
Ryan Rash the gate. So,
I mean, it's an expensive hobby.
Would you say your wife's 100% supportive of you?
Most times she is.
Does she bitch at you ever?
Oh, that's every wife does.
I just asked that because I knew that answer.
Yeah, every wife does.
She's bitched at me before.
Yeah. You know.
When you first got into
this, you said it was Ryan Rash? Mm-hmm. Oh fuck, he was the one that was cheating. This whole article is about.
It wasn't him. It was probably somebody else drug dealers for him or something.
No, it's him. It says right here.
It happens. I'm going to school next year.
It happens.
You know.
It was an all-American moment. Grinning 16-year-old Ryan Rash resting his head on his grand champion steer Badger after winning the blue ribbon at National Western Stock Show. The lumbering steer fetched $37,500 at auction, and Ryan and his parents couldn't have been more proud. Reason: cheating. Badger had been fed illegal steroid-like drug called clenbuterol.
Well, people use steroids in sports too, you know. I mean, FA players use steroids. MLB players use steroids. High school players use steroids.
That's crazy.
Is this Ryan guy going to show up at our parking lot here and slap Andy around?
No.
Because if he does, I'd like to get video of it, okay?
I didn't write this fucking article. It was in the L.A. Times.
Yeah, L.A. Times. Come on now.
There you go, Andy.
In the 90s.
You damn liberal.
Yeah.
So, when you first got married, Jennifer, did she have any idea about the pig business at all?
Well, she grew up in Roy City there. Had a good ag program
there
too.
That's the place that they don't take credit cards. Nobody has credit cards in Roy City. The old lady told me to hunt and show one time.
Yeah, I remember that. But there was a good program in Roy City there. A guy named David Arnold. He had a hell of a program there. He won a lot of shows, and kids did, you know. And she lived down the road from the guys from the Loxtons. Loxtons won a lot of shows. They wouldn't try to get her show. She didn't want to do it. Then we go to Tarleton, and she meets me, and, you know, like, who's this stud guy over, you know?
Who's this stud guy?
You know, this fast-talking Texan over, you know? And that's him.
There he is right there. Ryan the gay.
She knew a little bit about it, you know, but she didn't think I'll be this big into it. You know, I remember my mom told her one time, and she said, if you don't like pigs, you better get out now, you know. And here we are, been married 15 years, I guess, so.
She just couldn't live without O'Terry.
Yeah, you got it, you know.
I mean, of all the women that you've, you know, I'm not going to say bedded because we're on radio.
Right.
But of all the women you chased in college, this is the one that did.
Oh, yes, the one that did it, you know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, tell us the story about old Coolaw, or what was his name?
Coolaw in Paducah. He was a Cuban guy. He went to prison one time, probably twice, I think, you know. I met Coolaw at the lumber yard there in Paducah.
What is the lumber yard? The actual lumber yard, or is it a bar?
No, it's a lumber yard.
Okay.
People come in and bought plywood.
A lumber yard, okay.
And he always wore a little peckerwood hat on, you know, always wore that, you know, and smoked Switcher Sweet cigars. He had this coolest stride ever, you know what I mean? He just walked through town just like he's walking on air, you know, just cool dude. Like to drink, though, of course, you know. You have to drink Coke 45s.
Oh, God, nobody.
Man, it's nasty. And one morning there at the lumberyard, it's a funny story. He said, Mr. Utley, you hungry? I said, no, I'm good. Let's go to my house.
What did he call you?
Mr. Utley then or something.
Oh, Mr. Utley.
Mr. Utley. He said, let's go to my house. That's all right.
How old were you?
I was 16, 17 years old.
And you're going to Koloff's house?
Coolaw, yeah. He was 65 probably time. I don't know, old bastard. We get there, and he said, he had a full-time cook. Her name was Fats. And she could cook, you know. So we go inside there, and I was like, God damn, you know. She cooked full-time. You know.
Nervous fidgeter.
Yeah. Yes.
It's 10 in the morning, we're eating fish and drinking Coke 45s, you know. You know?
And your dad's a teacher and your mom's a coach.
Yeah. It was summertime, though. You know. So,
you're off.
Yeah. We went to party, went to Ken Fit other than that in Paducah one night, and I was in high school and hugged around. He said, look around, Mr. Utley. I said, I see that. Don't worry about a thing. I got under control. He pulls out a 22 Derringer. I said, Coolaw, I know. I got 2 shots. I'm making count, though. I'll get my white ass out of here. You know. Old Colo.
Was it getting a little sketchy there that night?
Nah, it's just normal town, small town, you know, back in the...
He just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, I got
if it gets out of hand.
Yeah. Two
For-
shots.
for-
Koloff's got it.
For a small town in Texas, y'all in West Texas, y'all had a above average population of black people, though.
Yeah, they were good guys.
I didn't say they were bad. I'm just saying y'all had an above average population of black
Well,
people.
I mean, small towns, you know.
Right.
You know.
Knox City doesn't have a big population, though.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
We were at a football game over there one time. Every little black kid, me and Jerry Copeland sit on Paducah's side, and all them little black kids would walk by. I say, excuse me. I go, is Wes Utley's Terry's brother? I'd say, is Wes Utley your daddy?
Probably.
Kids go, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. There was athletes on Paducah. There's
A lot of good athletes.
Yeah, good athletes. And
So he had a cook?
yeah, he had a full-time cook named Fats.
What did he do
Were
for
they
work?
married?
No, he just...
She just came over and cooked.
Yeah, she cooked for him. I'm sure he paid her real well, you know. You know,
Peter.
probably. And some
6
chicken
inches
and
at a
fish
time.
and Coke 45s, you know.
10 o'clock
I
in
was,
the morning.
I was 16 years old, you know. I mean, heck, we drink beer, you know, whatever, you know. 10 o'clock in the morning, you know. What's be at work, though, you know.
What are you going to do if John Cross at 16 years old
Kill
is
his
eating?
ass.
Kill his ass.
Beat his ass.
So you're going to be a little...
It'd be Grayson, not him.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to be a little stricter on him than you were? Are you
I
are you
never
more
got in trouble.
open-minded than your parent? Are you seeing
Well,
things more than your parents did?
I
Or
have a
did your
brother.
mom knew that you were fucking wild?
I wasn't wild. I just had a good move. I never got called.
Wes
you know,
was wild.
Yeah, Wes was. He had a larger time than I did. You know.
He had a larger time than
Yeah.
I did.
You know.
With Koloff?
No, he didn't know him. No.
Oh.
Well, he knew him. Everybody knew Colo. You know. He went to prison one time for shooting somebody. Colo did.
Okay, not your brother.
No, Colo did. I mean, it's just small town. You
Where
know.
was the dances your brother used to go to? Was it Dickens or Roaring Springs or
They
somewhere?
had Roy Springs. They had Bob Wills Days, of course. You know, and had someone. It's over at Ryland too, I guess.
So your brother was the wilder one. So when you got in school,
Yeah.
you didn't have to be as good,
Right.
and you had the easier
I knew
time.
I knew what would happen.
Yeah. Your dad don't seem like the kind of guy that put up a lot of bullshit
He didn't.
either.
He was pretty strict. You know, I mean, even in the classroom, he didn't put up no shit over there. He had the school over here and the gym and the egg shop. And the egg shop was a whole different ball game over there. You know, it wasn't no bullshit.
You got your ass whooped over there.
Yeah, and nobody cared. You know, we're not calling mama. You know, we call you mama. I'll give her one too. You know, whatever. You know.
I heard it was. I mean, that's how it was back in the day.
Yeah. And now it's.
What's
you can
funny
never-
is, I went to school to be a teacher, and I would tell these city kids, like, they'll fucking bend you over and just swing a board.
Mhm.
And you'd have 40, 50 students came from Dallas and Houston, and they're like, they hit you? I'm like, well, I guess when you put it that way, yeah, they hit you.
Yeah.
But you don't have a whole lot of problems.
Not nowadays.
And in Paducah, Texas, where you went to school at, is probably the greatest small town football or basketball team ever.
Probably, yes. Back in the 88, 89, something like that, probably.
With 3 Division I basketball players at a small school,
They
and
lost like 3 games in 2 years, something like that.
y'all beat the 5A state champions, drummed them,
Yeah, they beat Wichita Falls, Hershey, Fort Worth, Dunbar.
and then which
I
were
mean,
these
they were
schools at that time.
they were just badasses. I mean, them kids.
And you played with that, couldn't you? Or were you too young for that?
I was younger. I didn't get. I graduated high school in 96.
Okay. So
I'm
you
a
were
little
younger.
but I grew up watching those kids. You know, and they were like my role models. You know, I mean, I used to love basketball, but those guys, they had, 3 of those guys. One played basketball at UTEP, one played basketball at Tech, and one ran track.
And the kid
I mean,
at Tech was the Southwest Conference
Yeah,
Player of the Year a
yeah,
couple of years.
yeah.
Now, is it Big Will's? He's still around?
He went to. He was coach there for a little. Now he's back at Lubbock. Now I think now.
In Lubbock.
Big Will. We had a pig one time. Bill's jersey number is 44. We had a pig one time. Air notch was 4-4. And it's a long story short. Well, I can tell a long story, I guess. He was a spot pig. I bought this spot south from Kyle Stevens, one of my buddies I talked to a lot. Kyle had 300 sows one time. Went to look at pigs one time at Kyle's house. What's this spot over there? Oh, she's selling soap. So you want to sell her? I said, yeah, I don't need her. Her underline's all jacked up. Underline, which means where they get milk come from, your tits, where milk come from. She had like 3 and 4. You want 7, you want 7 and 7, 7 on one side, that's another side. She had like 3 and 4.
She was missing a few nipples.
Yeah, she missed a few nipples, which
Now, will
happened,
they dock you?
Well, for the breeding show, yes, but
Really?
for me, no big deal. But Kyle, he had 300 sows. He didn't have time to check out that shit, I mean, you get, she has 12 pigs. You got to go pick somewhere else. Well, all she nurses is 7 or 8, So I buy her for like $300. And I beat her to a boar. I think it Wintex had. I can't remember the boar's name. Anyway, raised this pig 4-4. The little number's 4, and pig number's 4. 4-4 was a Big Will number. I told my buddy Brian Kuhler, so you buy that pig there is 4-4. We'll call him Big Will. Who's Big Will? I said, big guy in Paducah, played basketball at Tech. He said, "How big is he?" He's probably out 6'7", 6'8", you know. Oh shit, he's a big guy. And he goes, "Yeah, played football at Tech, you know, and tried out for the Mavericks, all that deal, you know." Anyway, this Big Will kid ended up winning the spot at fourth one year. And about 3-4 years ago, Brian's like, "I went to Paducah a while back, and I saw Big Will. That's a big son of a bitch." I said, "Yeah, he's big, you know." So, and Big Will's little mate was Django, which we had a boy named Django. Kyle Stevens bought from us. So, pretty good deal.
Of course, we're gonna find a lesbian. I'll see if I can find it.
Big
first.
Will, he's a good dude. Anyway, I told Brian, his name's Big Will. Why Big Will? Well, his jersey number's 44.
You've met a lot of good friends through
Oh
the
yeah, I
pig
mean,
business.
meet people like Kyle. He's one of my, them guys are good guys. I grew up watching those guys. They helped me get started, and we got, just he retired. He quit farming. He quit raising pigs and stuff, So
What was Will's last name?
Flemons.
Flemons.
Yep.
Flemons. What did what do you see the future of the pigs 10, 20 years down the road?
It's going to get even smaller. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, I think. I mean,
You think it's going to get bigger?
Oh yeah, it's going to get bigger because these people. This is a hobby. We don't care what it costs. They're going to do it. The COVID deal proved that deal. COVID shut down little things. We all had shows here and there. In the last 6 months, there's been more shows in Texas than there was the last 2 years. I bet jackpot shows. Places to go somewhere. People try to sit. People try to sit in their house.
Do you think that a lot of it is due to the dads more involved than the kids are?
They are involved, but the kid does some work too.
Right.
You have to have the kid there to do something. You just can't. It's like playing football. You go play a football, you gotta go practice. If you go game, you don't get your ass kicked.
So FFA doesn't stand for Fathers Feeding Animals.
No, and it does not. No, sorry.
Is that him right there?
That's him. Yeah.
Will Flemons.
But you didn't. But the reason I asked is because there's I know a lot of dads and stuff that are involved with their kids.
Right.
And the dads work as hard as the kids do on it.
And those kids cannot do it all.
No.
Even my kids, we've been doing it for a long time. Those kids are 11 and 13. They cannot do it all. Those dads, I'm not doing that. That's their project. Bullshit. If you're gonna be successful in it, you gotta help that kid. No matter what kind of project you have, you gotta be involved. It's baseball or golf or whatever. You gotta help that kid. You gotta push that kid too. Make sure they're doing it right. Do his chores right. Do all this and that right. The kid cannot do it all. No way.
When one of the things that growing up as a city boy, before I moved to the country, and I had no clue about stock shows. Right. We had one school in town that did stock shows, and the other ones didn't do it, so didn't know much about it until you christened me in at a Christmas party one time. Do y'all show pigs?
What that was a pig?
I said, no, Tony's my brother slept with a few, but we've never showed any. And Terry's like, I ought to get some pigs.
Yeah.
And you talk fast, and I couldn't understand you really. And I told Michelle later, I said,
don't talk fast. I listen slow.
I do listen real slow. I told Michelle, I said, I think I agreed to do some kind of pig deal with Terry, but I really don't know what the fuck we're getting into here. And we had the barn across the street and a lot. And so next thing I know, we got fucking pigs over there.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I'm at the lodge one day, and I've got hunters. And Michelle calls me on the way home. She goes, I feel so bad tonight. I go, why? She goes, poor Terry Utley. I go, what happened to Terry? He came over to give the pigs a shot, and the pig wasn't listening. And she goes, he was kicking at the pig, and his boot fell off in the mud, and he was walking around barefooted.
Dumb bastards.
She goes, you really need to call him, Jeff. He had to come do that.
I had a short fuse back then. I had no patience. Now I'm getting older. I'm 42 years old, and I got a lot of patience now.
Yeah, I never thought I used to be so embarrassed if my kids would back talk me in front of you. It would really bother me. I'd be like, listen here, you little fuckers.
Right.
Don't talk back in front of Terry. In front of somebody else, the preacher, it's okay.
Right.
But don't talk back in front of Terry, because Terry don't put up with that shit, and his kids aren't going to be that way. Then I've been around your kids, and guess what? Them some bitches talk back to you, too. So it makes me feel better.
Yeah, they get their ass kicked once in a while.
Yeah, and that's kind of like Andy. When my grandkids talk back to him, I enjoy it so much because Andy never was bad.
Right.
But anyways, so we got into some pigs and stuff.
Y'all had a pretty good show career. For
we
not
did.
knowing a damn thing about it,
Well, let's be honest, it was because of you. It had nothing to do with us.
Kids want to do it, But Andy's already going, and Zach liked it, and Payne liked it,
Yeah, we done good. We placed. We won a class somewhere,
San Antonio,
and I think we got a couple of breed champions local. It was a good experience.
Right.
But what I was impressed by, or what I couldn't understand, is getting ready for a show. The trimming the pigs, you got to give them a haircut. Yeah. People like me that had no idea. I had no idea what I was getting into at all. And the other people that are out there, they don't have a clue what goes into making a show animal.
There's a lot of things that go to it behind the scenes.
Yes.
People just say, you go to a show like that stupid pig royalty deal, That's not what this deal's about. There's a lot more to it than just show up on a show day, nugget, with his pig, and that's not a good deal for the industry, and that, like the computer all deal, that's not good. People do cheat, but most of us, you got to do it right,
Those pigs, though, You can work your ass off and have the best pig out there.
Right.
But if the guy whose opinion it is doesn't think it's a good pig, you've seen probably more pigs go to the truck than stay.
Right. Oh yeah. This year San Antonio. I was disappointed. I mean, I thought we had a hell of a set of pigs going to San Antonio, and just didn't work out. You got two choices. You can keep griping about it, or you can get better at it and come back next year.
But do they rotate judges every year?
Most of them do. Yes. Like Dallas, Dallas, Austin do 2 years. The rest of them are 1 year.
When do you get Ryan Rash?
He probably won't judge in Texas.
He won't?
He's from Texas.
He won't judge in Texas, though?
Not a major show, no.
So they get guys from other states to come down?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Most of them do it. Like San Antonio used to do a 2-judge floor mat.
Mm-hmm.
They got 2 judges to help select the pigs. The first judge likes this pig. If you like it, you go pin him, If you like it, go to the next judge.
Mm-hmm.
If he likes it, you go put the Dead Sea, they call it Dead Sea, which there's more pigs in there later on, You bring them all out and show again, two opinions instead of one opinion, which is, 2 seconds compared to 4 seconds. You get 2 looks.
So where is Ryan Rash? Where's he judging at?
He does jackpot shows all the time. He does a lot of open shows, a lot of major shows, a lot of state shows and stuff. Oklahoma, Texas, Oklahoma and California. He does a pair of stuff,
How much money can you make
I
judging
have no idea what
pigs?
them guys get paid, I mean, I did a few jackpot shows. It's $3-4,
So not much.
No, but some of the big ones he does some state fairs, I'm sure, a lot of steers and stuff. And
Now,
I have no idea
this
what he gets
guy
paid.
do they get him just because of who he is, or is he actually pretty good at what he
He
does?
judged in college. He knows animals. He'll judge. He'll turn around his back towards the animal and describe the animal. I mean, he's smart. He knows his stuff.
So he's got like a memory on him.
Oh, he's really yes. Yep.
He knows what he's
he knows
talking
what
about.
He's doing. He's been doing it for since a kid. He trades cattle here and there. Or pigs or sheep. Goats and stuff.
He's on Snapchat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow him.
Ryan Rash the gay. He has a podcast called Beyond the Ring.
I might try to. We'll see what we can do.
Right.
You gonna get him on the podcast with us?
Might. I'm interested. In Ryan the gay.
Sharp guy.
Well, and that's what makes it so interesting. Is
You'd be the first straight pig guy we had, and he'd be the first gay pig guy we had.
He travels. He's always somewhere going to some show. He works his ass off. They give him that. Some people like it. Some people don't like him. I don't have a problem with the guy.
No, who he sleeps with, I could give 2
who
shits
cares?
about.
Whatever.
Is
I
that
like the flamboyancy, though. I like someone that's he's a story. I mean, he's a story on himself.
He's out
yeah, and I like that
he
part.
brings the crowd.
If there's a gay amongst us, I want to be able to spot the bastard.
You will.
I don't want him sneaking up on me.
yeah. Spot him. It's fine though.
This is how much we trust and think of Terry. When Zach was impressionable in high school, we let Zach stay a week with San Antonio. I think 2 times with Terry.
Yeah.
And they shared a room.
Yeah.
And they slept pole to pole or hole to hole.
Well, we had 2 beds, but Zach got drunk one night. I got the whole because he's missed his mom, and stuff. So come here, Zach. I'll hold you a little bit,
Was that the time you thought you were having the heart attack?
Well, I thought I had a cracked rib. I thought, I've been there for 10 days, and shit, you know how it is. You drink a lot, I guess, we did, probably more than we should, and I woke up that morning, I was like, damn, my ribs hurt. I was like, what the fuck? That'd be right, no big deal,
Drink more, make it go away.
Yeah, exactly, Went on a couple of days, I'm like, well, I don't know. I was like, I gotta go to the hospital. Something's wrong. My ribs broke or something. I was like, damn. You didn't drink any water in a week, You're just drinking Weller from like 7 in the morning till midnight, no water. First thing, have some water first. Try that first. Have some water, and flush that symptom out a little bit, Damn, it was a good time, though. My mom was like, man, look at that Coke. You don't want this Coke, Mom. You drinking? Oh, yeah. It's 7:30 in the morning.
You can't drink all day if you don't start early.
I don't drink coffee, though. So here we go,
One of my favorite ones is our friend Bill.
Yeah.
Was in San Antonio, and y'all were loading the pigs up, stay all night.
You have to get in line.
You have to get in line.
Well, we used to. I don't do that shit anymore. We get in a motel room. Hey, Jeff, I moved up. We used to stay when y'all showed until the night's in.
It was a shithole.
Hey, this year with the Riverwalk at the Wyndham.
Yeah, you have moved up a lot.
How about that? $130 a night compared to $60.
That $60 a night was a dangerous.
That was a shithole.
That $70 is a big difference.
Yeah, I thought it was back then, But
I thought I was going to die. We go check in, and the little Indian guy behind the fucking a dot, not a slot,
right.
tells me, I said, we would like to get the hot tub suite. Oh, we don't have hot tubs. And this old gal behind me said, if you want to have bubbles in your tub, you got to fart. Somebody checking it behind us. I thought, we are at a classy fucking joint here.
Outdoor rooms, you know, it was a it
was horrible.
You know?
So anyways, Zach comes in the room about 4 a.m. after y'all stayed up all night, and he's laughing. And I'm like, Dad, Zach, we're trying to get sleep, tired and stuff. He goes, Bill fell. I go, what? He said, Bill fell. I need to probably get Bill to sign a non-disclosure on this thing so he don't sue us. Anyways, I go, what do you mean Bill fell? He said, Bill fell all day long. That's what happened. So he tripped on a freaking hog kennel, and he fell, and he said, fell for 5 minutes, and he rolled around, and he said, held his beer. He said, didn't spill a drop. Yeah. So he said, the gout got me.
Yeah, the gout got me.
So the next day I saw him. I said, Bill, I said, I read an interesting thing on in a magazine the other day about gout. Oh, yeah, really? I said, yeah. I said, I read that if you have gout real bad, if you give up nicotine and alcohol, that it won't bother you no more. He said, I guess I better learn to live with it.
Oh, Bill, he's a good dude.
He's a great guy.
He'll go anywhere with you. I mean, if you didn't go somewhere at midnight, whatever, he'll go. I mean,
he's a go-getter.
As long as you got beer, he's happy.
Yep.
You know?
But I'll never
feed him good, you know.
Yeah, I guess I'll learn to live with it.
Yep, learn to live with it. Yeah. Yep.
How has this changed since you first got into it? Is it tighter or is it kind of?
That's crazy now. When I was a kid, we showed pigs. You know, we had an ag farm. You know, I had little huts outside. You know, and dirt pens, automatic waters. You know. Now we go to the shows. Back then, you put all the hogs in one pen, put them all in one trailer, take the car wash, and wash the hell out of them. You know, the white hog be red. You know, and it blister them. You know, and the water pressure is hot. You know, and just burn the shit out of them. You know. Go to the shows, put them all in one pen, and it just strong survive, you know. But nowadays, we got heated barns, and we got heated water, we got medicated water, trailers are heated, you know. All
What's medicated water?
You put this medicine in the water, keep getting sick.
Oh, really?
You put like a gallon of it in the water, and it circulates to the water system. Mm-hmm. So we won't get sick.
So your kids, they're going to be immune from everything. We had Wyman Menzer on yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
And he was talking about, like, when he was a kid, he's like, he talked to, who was he talking to? Some sort of doctor. He wasn't an immunologist or anything, but he's like...
His cardiologist.
Yeah, his cardiologist. He's like, kids that are around everything, they don't get fucking sick to anything.
Yeah. We have allergies, asthma, of course, you know, but, I mean, my kids are pretty healthy. I mean, they grew up outside, playing in dirt and shit and shavings, you know, I mean, it's just, they're outside.
They were kids.
These kids nowadays, damn, they don't get in the house. Never get outside, do nothing. They get to school, they go home, play the damn Nintendo or what is it, Xbox now, and all that shit is, you know.
I live on a street that's got kids that live on it. I don't ever see a kid outside. But when my kids were little, every fucking bicycle in Knox City was in my front yard usually, and Michelle was feeding everybody. Yeah. But they were at my house, but they played outside.
Football, you're in there, you know.
Football, trampoline. I had a house full of kids. Payne one time after baseball, he calls and he's like, or he tells me, he goes, Dad, can I have some people spend the night tonight? I go, ask your mom. And he asked his mom, because I didn't want to get, hear that. Why didn't you say something?
Right.
So he comes back over and she goes, did Payne ask you if some people could spend the night? I said, yeah. She goes, ask him how many. I go, how many people, Payne? He goes, 14. I go, what? 14 fucking people? Who the fuck asked? Yeah, no shit. Yeah. And next thing I know, there's 14 fucking kids sleeping in our fucking room in the den kind of area. I couldn't believe it. 14 fucking kids. But they played outside. They did shit. They come and go. The bad thing is them 14 fucking kids didn't leave for a week.
Each have a house at home.
Oh, they did. Yeah. Michelle had to make 3 grocery trips while they were there.
That's like John Cross. They got them to school. I'm hungry, Dad. We want to eat. I'm cooking a pizza. Okay. I thought going there and eat pizza. Hell, so much is gone.
Yeah, he's a growing boy.
Yeah, that's a big 10-inch pizza. Whatever it is, those Tony Romo was ready. Tony, what do you call those things?
Romas. Frozen pizza.
Yeah, frozen. I was like, damn, son, I was hungry, Dad. Yeah. All right, what's supper tonight? Yeah, you just ate a pizza a while ago. All you do is eat.
Yep.
But those kids nowadays, they're different kids. When we grew up,
Have you seen that at the stock shows too?
Kids are different. No, I mean, no. You see, no. They're like my kids are. Those kids, they get up at early in the morning.
Those kids are different kids, though, because they're used to working.
Not
all of them, but majority of them have to work and do things.
Right. Yeah. They know what to do. Yeah, you get in line. You go up in the morning at 5:30, 6, whatever it is. Depends on what class you're in. You go to bed at midnight. It's just those kids stay up all day and night. They think it's a lot of people will go to the shows on vacation. Ain't no damn vacation. You know how it is, Jeff. You've been there a long time ago. He set up late because he's about the women in, He slept in late,
I was in charge of taking the ladies everywhere. I was good with that.
Cheesecake Factory, But now, those kids, they gotta bust their ass, It's a sport,
Those kids do it, and what I noticed was it didn't matter where you were from. a kid that was left behind wasn't left behind at a stock show. He had somebody there.
Take care of
Whether
him.
it was another parent that was, say, "Hell, Joe don't have no money. Let's make sure he's got something." Everybody always stepped up for the kids.
Yep.
So that's a great thing.
It's a good program. It's
for the single moms out there, if you want to get your kid around somebody and get some adult or some, I guess with a fatherly type experience for them,
good exposure.
Get your kids involved with. And if you're a hot single mom, you'll have no
Even
problem,
better.
and you might
Even
find a
better.
husband there.
You might find one or two.
Yeah.
Do the women still work the room at the sales? Try to get the numbers up for the kid a little
The
bit.
last couple of years, the sales been all like, it's virtue, I guess. What's been now, some of them are. There wasn't no sales last year, But
Right.
most of them have. We've been in there, and they buyers. You bring your box of groceries there, or snack you bring, and try to promote your pig, your kid, whatever. All you're doing is selling your kid, basically.
Is that hard to do? I don't know that I could do
wouldn't
that.
Yeah, I'm
Fake
the same way.
titties and big cleavage is the
Well,
best
they don't
sales.
do that. I mean, they bring in like snack bags or make some little flower deal, whoever, and they try to sell it off to, whoever buys the animal gets this little prize, the kid made or something, whatever.
The key is to know somebody that's sitting at their table over there. That's the whole key.
In San Antonio, you got to know somebody there. You
Yep.
know, Houston, it's all guaranteed money anyway. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It don't
San Antonio was Frito-Lay, HEB, somebody like that.
Yeah.
If you knew somebody
Know
that worked in the
there,
corporate
you get more
office
money,
that knew somebody,
or the auctioneer, you got to know somebody to get some money for
yeah.
you.
Really?
It helps have low places.
That would be. What about it like local shows? What's it like?
Local show, most of them have your own customers, like we have our own customers. We'll donate meet kids, money those kids are there, or businesses local, but who do business with local, they'll help those sponsor those kids, add-ons here and there,
Right. So they're not like, hey.
No, like I'm on the show board here in the county show, and we'll have we'll send out a list. We'll call our suppliers, like the gym there. We'll call our suppliers. Hey, you donate money to our county show? Yeah, I'll donate $100, $200, or $500, whatever it is. Put that money in the pool, and then all that money goes back to the kids.
So they're not there the day of
No.
and work in the room or whatever.
No.
The county's different though. It's all split up.
Yeah, it just goes. That's all local guys. Want to donate to the kids, help whoever it is.
You can
Then
add
have
on,
you
but
have
that's
add-ons,
it.
Say my kid does this, and Jeff wants to add on my kid, $1,000. Be nice, people, but it happens, But
Big thriving enterprise
Yeah,
like
you
Stanford
think-
Hunter.
I haven't even got called for a donation.
You
in
figure
5 or
he
6
would
years.
throw $500 or $750
yeah.
or $1,000
Yeah.
onto the county show to make
I'll
sure
bet,
it's going.
I'll bet if someone calls me next November and December and asks for a deal, I would give some money.
Right.
And I would like to see TNA Construction, you and Tony's deal.
TNA. Hey,
Throw
y'all the
some-
first
throw-
ones. I ought to get her for sure. So my kid, because I was the first one to get my house done for you.
Yeah.
We're
I'm one of your first customers.
this is the podcast has taken us to a level to where
There's no more TNA.
it's more podcast and less TNA.
It's like a marriage. There's less TNA now than there used to be.
It happens. It happens. Just wait, Andy. Just wait. It gets worse.
It is adding YouTube to this has added another
Let's
to-do list for me.
let's talk about Terry as the celebrity, not the part of Boomhire, because if you watch King of the Hill, Boomhire is based on Terry Utley. Just you can tell by listening to him a little bit. You had a country music star at your wedding, didn't you?
No, he's supposed to be there.
Oh, he no showed you.
Yeah. Well, no.
Or he died.
He decided to shoot himself, I guess.
Okay.
And,
Must not have wanted to work the
no,
family
yeah.
wedding.
Well, my wife her dad was a big Gary Stewart person.
They're good friends.
Yeah,
We're good
her
friends.
Her dad worked for Gary Stewart.
Okay.
And it's only a good thing or bad thing. Gary, he had some problems, I guess. And her dad had a few problems here and there, whatever. And anyway, he was supposed to play at our wedding, and about a month before that, Gary's wife passes away, and I guess he just couldn't take it no more, and he decided to take his life,
How did he do it?
Shotgun.
We want to get into really details. He killed himself.
Well, I don't know much about
That's
Gary
a-
Stewart. I know he's got
Andy-
he's got the last song at
Every bar.
every bar.
Yeah.
It's last call, and Gary Stewart comes on.
Andy always asks the weird questions. It makes me uncomfortable.
Why?
Terry, I apologize
Fuck,
for
I'll
Andy making
find
you
out.
uncomfortable
I'll find out on my own. I want to know
How did he
Gary,
die?
He's always YouTube something. He's always Googling something.
all the time.
I want to know how Gary Stewart fucking died.
And he's the world famous one. I think it's because they're like, that's some bitch that asked the fucking questions nobody else would ask.
Right, yeah,
If you're gonna tell me that somebody took their life, did he do it by hanging? Did he slit his femoral artery? Did he put a shotgun in his mouth? Details matter, Jeff.
You did that at our last
I hate
podcast,
details.
too.
I don't need no
What?
details.
You asked about the doctor and Benjamin killing himself.
I wanted to know how he did it.
2 shows in a row, Andy's 2 for 2 on
Man,
suicides.
good.
Fuck, I want to know how he did
Well,
it.
he had to put our wedding and all that stuff, but we still got married though. And
Well, you still got married, though. Well, that's a good thing. You didn't cancel it for
They didn't
that.
cancel it. So anyway,
But you was around him a lot.
No,
Or your wife was
I'm
around him a
wife
whole
around-
bunch.
yeah, whole
Jen was
bunch.
around him a
Yeah,
bunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Self-inflicted gunshot wound to the neck.
I met him a couple times, and I met him at the Billy Bob's one night. That's pretty cool, a couple times.
He was very talented.
Oh, hell of a guy.
If you listen to Empty Glass, you should know, like, he doesn't have both feet on the ground.
Right. Well, I mean,
Shit might go wrong
That
with
song,
with that sort of song.
Can you imagine having one song? And he had a couple of songs,
He had a lot of songs.
but one song that you, for the rest of your life, made you famous, and he made a lot of money on one song.
What were his other songs?
He had Empty Glass. He had, God dang it, don't ask me this, Andy.
See there?
there.
See
Yeah,
there, Jeff?
Google it.
No,
shit.
I want to
It's-
fucking know.
okay,
He's got all these
in-
songs.
In
Tell
Empty
me.
Glass,
I can't remember.
Rambling Man.
She's single, but
Rambling Man,
she's
drinking
single- single
thing,
again.
out of hand. She's acting single.
she's acting single. That's the one that they
Drinking
play.
Double.
Yep, that's the other big one of his. I saw him, and he was drunk when I saw him.
Yeah, he's
But
Go
Yeah.
fucking figure.
I saw him and David Allen Coe together. That
That'd
was
be
a
cool.
great. That was a great concert.
My roommate in college played with Johnny Bush.
Really?
My roommate in college, him and his dad played a lot with Johnny Bush. Yeah,
Is John Bush's Green Snakes on the?
yeah, ceiling.
Yeah, I knew it was something like
I think
that.
he passed away a while back. I think.
I didn't know Green Snakes on the ceiling.
And now Robert Rowe, he has a band there in Fort Worth. They play some gigs here and there and stuff. He's a pretty good artist. He's a
Andy, you
drummer.
didn't what?
Johnny Bush,
You
Green
didn't
Snakes
know
on the
Green?
ceiling?
You never heard that song before?
No, I don't think so.
No shit.
Where have you been?
God
Green
dang.
Snakes on the ceiling?
You've been to fucking some rodeo dances.
Green Snakes on the ceiling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Google it.
it's on all the time. It's a great song.
We can't play music on here to kick
Why?
us off. Copyright?
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I don't want you to sing it. So, anyways, it's a good song. On the way home, you'll be like, I've heard that song
Yeah,
before.
exactly.
I don't think I've heard it.
You have, I promise. Did you ever go to the Cowboy Reunion?
Yeah.
That you've heard
Yeah,
it
you
then.
heard
They
it,
play
yeah.
them for
Yeah.
twice a night.
Exactly. Sometimes 3.
Yeah.
Do you know at the Cowboy reunion they pay the old fart as much as they pay the main talent? What's the old fart's name?
Jody Nix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like he gets
Oh yeah, he's good.
like what did they do it last year? They didn't do it last year.
don't
COVID.
remember that.
2 years ago they had like Parker McCollum. Jody Nix makes like $5,000 less than what Parker McCollum makes. Good for him. I mean, he's got to perform like once a. But
He's
the
good,
old people on the board are like, we got to have Jody Nix on Friday night.
When
Got to have him.
when we did Randy Rogers here, somebody's like, well, if he don't come, we can get Jody Nix. Oh, fuck. We want people to come here, you know. No offense against Jody Nix,
Yeah.
but
I
we're
like
trying
the
to
guy,
grab a
but, yeah,
crowd.
Younger crowd.
Yeah, we don't want,
Yeah.
you know.
Jody always played Paducah every year. Rodeo in Paducah.
He's played the
Next
same
year.
Jody does?
places
Yeah.
for 60 years. Is
Oh,
he
yeah.
dead? Did he die?
No, he's still blowing and going.
How old is he?
He'll be there this
I
year.
bet he's-
Yeah, he
TCR.
will be.
I bet
I
he's
promise
70,
you.
I bet.
It'll be opening up there.
Fuck yeah, Friday night. Jody Nix.
I'm not going. Be busy. Yep.
Something happens to him, then get old Dan Green to play.
Dan Green.
Play Silver Bell or Silver Wings or whatever it is. Bill's song.
Bill likes Seven Wings.
Yeah, he does.
What's the longest that you've been gone at a stock show?
Oh, probably 2 weeks. I mean, some of those guys go 3-4 weeks, 5 weeks. I mean, they go to gilt shows, they go to bear shows, and breeding shows, all that. But I can't be going that long. 'Cause I have a job here.
You have a
still.
family.
Well, that too. But but I have a job. I also work at Cotton Gin too. I got to be there too.
If you were gone
If I
5
could-
weeks, Jennifer, you would get those calls, and it would be nothing but on your ass about stuff that you have no control over.
Oh yeah, it's all the time.
Five, well,
anyway.
but 5 weeks
I'm
you
here to
really
do
would
this
be.
shit,
Right, but in 5 weeks you really would be.
right. I would love to be that. If I had the time to do that, and the numbers, I wish I had 200 sows. That's my goal. The goal is, but hard to do that. To do that full time. Not work the gin no more. Just do raise pigs year round. But it's just the money and the time and the feed, the semen. Semen's anywhere. When I was a kid or a high school kid, semen was $35 a dose. Now it's $500 to $1,000 a dose. You get 2 doses. Sow feeds, we buy our own sow feeds. Well, we got 20 sows. It's hard to buy a mixer and a grinder and tractor all that to do your sow feed. It's I bought some last 2 weeks ago. It's $14 a bag for sow feed.
Can you imagine selling your semen, Andy?
I would.
Yeah. What do you
If
think?
there's any buyers.
I'm telling you. At $1,000 a pop,
Right.
I'd be popping that sucker all day long. Boy.
Exactly. Yep. And some of that stuff, there's no guarantee. That stuff, no guarantee.
I remember one time we were doing something, and you were waiting on a UPS truck that didn't show up that night. And you
Yeah.
had to have it
Yeah, I
that
had
night,
that, yeah.
and that semen died in
Yep.
Abilene
That
at
call,
FedEx. Yep.
Weather got it or some kind of
Yes.
crap happened or something like that.
And it just throwed it down.
Because that stuff stays about 62 to 4 degrees where it stays. That semen does. It makes it last longer. You got to rotate it twice a day where it lasts longer, And they put this, it's not just raw semen. They put the extender in there and make it last longer. Dilutes it too, So And we check it. We got a microscope to check it on. We do a sow.
Make sure they're swimming.
Make sure they're swimming.
How long will it last though?
Oh, anywhere from 7 to 10 days. You know, we've had some last 14 days too. You know, depends on how to take care of it and how good it's collected. You know, the quality of the semen. You know, but
All hand driven.
probably, yeah,
Do a taste test on it.
yeah. We'll taste that. No.
I have to say this. Jen's really cool because she's a cool lady. But
Yeah.
to do all that stuff, that's a lot of.
Yeah.
That's a whole different world for someone to move into.
Oh yeah, she had no idea about it. You know, I mean, you know, I grew up doing it. You know, I like it. It's kind of our passion, but you know, we're always learning. You know, I mean, it's like the hunting business. She's always something to learn. You know, I mean, you know, so it's fun.
Well,
Kids like
she's
it.
right there on everything you do, and that's really
Yeah.
cool because there's a lot of wives that wouldn't do
I
that.
had no idea. You know,
And she's right there, and I've seen her screaming and is excited for
Right.
anybody,
Yep.
and that's hard to find.
oh yeah, it takes everybody to make it work.
A lot of
you know?
there's a lot of single guys doing what you're doing out there.
Probably, yeah. There's a lot. I mean, it's just time and numbers and patience. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough marriage to do what you do, but your whole family's involved.
Yeah, they got to be involved. You know, to make it work. You know, look at my kids are getting old enough now to do some work.
Hey,
you
you'll
know?
have grandkids before long.
You know, I had Travis. You know, he never got there. You know.
How is old Travis?
I don't see that bastard no more.
That bastard anymore. Travis Utley, Terry's son. He only kid I've ever seen that can lick his own nipple.
Travis, he was a dandy.
What did he tell you at the gas station about his?
There ain't no fucking.
His
Yeah,
girlfriend?
about his girlfriend. About them having sex.
I don't remember this story.
Oh, I do.
I don't. I have
You
no idea.
you walk up, and he's got a girl like in the middle seat or whatever, and like, hey Travis, good looking girl you got there. Yeah, I'm fucking her.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. He's a dandy. I mean, God bless him.
When he played the air fiddle.
Oh
Devil, that
yeah,
jerk.
Johnny Daniels song.
Yeah, that devil. Boy, got after it.
He comes to the house and my daughter gets mad. Dad, make him leave.
I-
I can't. You know, he come to eat. You know, he get no. He's hungry. You know,
He's a good kid. I mean,
good
he's
kid.
just,
You know, and
just Travis Utley.
he ain't got no. He got a care in the world. You know, he's been fired for every. I fired him twice a week. I think. You know.
So he's not. He doesn't work for you anymore.
Nah, he's busy.
I actually saw him the other day
never
waving him
seen
drive
him.
down the road. Maybe he's getting his shit together then.
Probably not.
Well, I'm getting
He's married. He got a kid. You know. And, I mean, I'd write him.
Oh, some of the things I'd ask him and he'd give me answers. I don't want to
yeah.
embarrass him like this. I don't think it'd embarrass him. He'd think it's funny.
It's crazy. You know. I mean, we've been through some dandies out there. Hard to find good help.
The first time you have to jack off a pig, are you like, is this motherfucker serious? Like, am I really gonna have to do this?
It's part of it. You know.
Have you ever had anybody else have to do it and like show them how?
No, I mean, well, I don't have bores. Most of the big guys got bores. You know, I don't have any.
So you're not having to jack nothing off anymore.
No.
That's got to be the most.
I mean, I wish I went with bores way to go because you can sell that semen, you know, and then you have something on hand too. You break some sows, save you some money.
so you need to get you a boar.
Yeah, but it's them things. They tear a lot of shit up.
I can see
Boars
it.
do?
Oh,
Can-
yeah.
Can you imagine working for
500.
Terry and the first day he says, "I need you to go out there and jack off that pig."
There's more to it than that, you know. You got to mix this kind of mixture up, you know, in the water and distilled water and all this kind of shit, mix it together. And
Why?
Let's just make it. What you got to do to collect him, you know.
What do you collect it in a
the
condom?
make the semen last long. You put it in a cup, has a little cheesecloth on top of it. You know, it goes to the bottom of it, and you collect it and hold it. And
So oxygen doesn't kill it or anything.
No.
See, I'd always heard oxygen kills it.
No.
So it doesn't. So how long is it? So it's got swimmers in it when it comes out, and it goes in that cup and cheesecloth, and you got how long to get it put in that dilution?
and, I mean, you had to get certain temperature first. You got to get temperature right on it, you know, kind of stuff like that. Temperature on the distilled water and diluted, you know, all that stuff had to be like, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've done all that. I will probably say 94 or 5 degrees, something like that. I don't know what it is.
But when you're artificially inseminating them,
Ours is it's in 64 degrees, come in the cooler.
they come in the cooler, and you got to do it that day.
Well, no, the semen will last for 12 to 14 days, you know, 10
Even
days.
with the transportation
Yes,
time?
Yes, it comes in a cool pack, you know, in an igloo box where it's already packed up, ready to go in a package. It's already it's sealed off in a little bottle, 100cc bottle.
So are you buying, or is all of your semen coming from the same boar, or
No,
are
we
you
just mix
getting
it
them
up.
from different boars?
places, yeah,
You could
different places.
You could start selling loose semen.
Yeah.
Are you going to jack him off
And
then?
there's a lot of bore studs. Everybody has a bore stud, you know, pretty well.
But
That's what's changed this. That's what changed this show program in the last 10 years is the bore studs. Everybody has a bore. The AI deal has changed everything. Cattle, hogs, dogs. I mean, pit bulls. All, you know, sheep and goats. It's all been that AI deal is crazy.
So
Change
with
everything.
like the internet and social media and stuff, like Is it getting to where like the gap is narrowing because it's easier to trace down like a stud, like a fucking dandy of a boar?
Right. Everybody has access to the best boars in the country.
Right.
Or the best bulls or the best stud, sheep.
So are you seeing that at the stock shows? Like everything's kind of getting a little bit closer?
Those guys they come in trends. Like every 6 to 8 years, these guys are on top. The next 6 to 8 years, 5 years, somebody else is on top. It just rotates a little bit.
Do styles change at the stock shows? Like are they looking for one thing one year and then just kind of does everything kind of morph?
Yeah, it just depends on the man's opinion. San Antonio, you got to be stout. Usually San Antonio judges are always big, stout, big bone, big muscled. Like Dallas, Fort Worth, them guys are prettier hogs. It just depends on where you go, who judges the shows.
The judge makes all the difference.
The judge makes the difference. Yeah.
One year you had 2 kids at Houston win 2 different breeds, and that's brother and sister.
17 maybe.
That's amazing,
like that.
though.
Oh yeah,
that don't happen ever.
That's hard to do that. Yeah. Brother and sister won the spots and won the Burks.
How many pigs were in those classes? You think?
Oh, the breeds probably 60, 70, maybe something like that. 80 hogs and breed, maybe something like that.
How many in that total deal?
The total show was probably 2,500 to 3,000 hogs.
And
we had 2 in the breed drive.
So, 2,000 in each class, or
no,
each
the total show, total number of total pigs, probably 2,500 pigs.
Okay.
There's probably 70 to 80, 100 pigs in the one breed.
Okay.
They were the best in that one breed.
Okay.
Which is you're talking. This is the best shit in best shit in Texas.
Yeah. How many pigs are at San Antonio? That's the bigger show, isn't it?
Probably 3,000 to 4,000. Depends. The COVID did hurt things a little bit.
On a normal year, though.
Normal year, probably 3,000, I would say.
What's the best money if you're doing pigs or selling or doing animals? Chickens?
Probably. There's not much time involved in them.
Do you know they castrate chickens? I didn't fucking know that. And they go in through their wing? What the fuck are we doing here? How the hell do you even figure that shit out?
How do you know this?
Yeah.
Jeff, Google is an interesting machine.
What made you think, I wonder if they castrate chickens?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
And they go in through their fucking wing, of all places.
Huh. Well, you buy those chickens, you buy them through A&M, they come like $50 a box. Yeah, you freaking come in a box.
And they're all castrated already?
They're little chicks. Probably bet they don't weigh a pound maybe. Probably 6-8 ounces maybe, don't they weigh? They're $50 a box. And you put them in a pen, they're going to feed them for 2 months.
And that's all you do?
Yeah.
Well, they're called casing chickens, aren't they?
Yeah. Then you go, then you select your 4 or 5 out of there, and take them to the show. Feed them 1 bag of feed or probably 2 bags of feed. I'm sure,
I know that's the best money out there.
Did you?
About the castrating?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know that, and I didn't really care.
Right.
But I know this. I knew that's a good deal because the tightest sumbitch that ever lived in Knox County, that's what his kids always did were chickens.
Oh,
so I figured it was the best money in the world.
There's not much time involved either.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably get them in December, probably, and you show them county show in January. You get money there, Then
So what do these 50 chickens cost?
I don't know. I hadn't bought him.
$100?
Shit, you got me.
What about
I'm
rabbits?
Sure ain't much.
That seemed like a money
I got
maker.
a friend of mine raises a rabbit. She probably gets $45 a piece for a rabbit. $45 a head for 1 rabbit. You buy 3 or 4.
But if they win the show, like a county, they're going to win $1,000 just like everything else does.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
But they go off also.
Yeah.
See, that would be, you got pigs, you got cows, but like if I've got that little bunny rabbit and I've raised that little fucker, it's going to be hard for me to let that little fuzzy bastard go.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
You want $40,000? You want to keep the little bunny? What do you want to do?
Terry, I'll tell you what I want to do. Reese is going to be a first grader next year. I'll buy his rabbits.
Yeah, we'll give him a rabbit.
And he can show rabbits.
We don't have time.
What do you mean y'all don't have time? You don't do nothing. You just feed them.
I don't have time.
You just feed them. That's all. He can't feed a rabbit.
Jeff.
You got a dog?
Jeff. Yeah. I don't have any extra time to put anything extra on my plate right now.
I said for him.
It's not that hard to do.
You just said that if we're going to be successful at this, it takes
rabbit.
all parties. All parties.
You're not walking.
He didn't say it on a rabbit. He said on everything else.
And then we've got a show that we've got to go to.
That just gives you an excuse to go somewhere nice.
You feed a rabbit in a little can. You don't walk the rabbit like a pig or anything else. You don't run it like a sheep.
Right now,
I'll ask Reese.
Right now, I'm getting on average about 5 hours of sleep.
Well,
and listen.
Whoa! That's because you told me I might be fixing to have another kid.
No. From the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, my schedule's full. I got no extra time for anything. 5 hours of sleep, Jeff, 7 days a week, because of this fucking machine that has to work operate 7 days a week.
I'll take care of the rabbit with the
We
grease.
might give him a pig or something.
Yeah. No, I'm not going that far involved. I don't have time for that either. It's during hunting season still.
Like our deal, we can I can show you. If you're in first grade, you can show up animal.
Yeah.
You know.
No time. I'm serious about this. You can ask my wife. Like since we've upgraded this shit, it's about 5 hours a night. So,
but that's what you wanted though. You wanted to create the monster.
isn't that interesting?
You know.
That's an interesting thing because it's here now, and
It brings in more money than it did when you first started by a long way, though.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
You're getting paid for some of your time now.
5 hours a night's tough.
We're all busy. I mean, just you can't make excuses.
But
you got people thinking you're doing 35 hours a week on the podcast. You're not doing that.
What do you mean?
You said 5 hours a night. There's 7 days a week. You're not doing that. The nights we do these shows.
Yeah, but how long do you think it takes me to put up just a little clip, which I've been doing? I've been trying to get about 2 to 3 clips from an episode.
I don't know, because I've never said you were lazy. I know you do stuff,
right.
But you're not working 35 hours in a week
to
at
be
night
successful
time.
at things, then you got to put your time into it.
You're exactly right.
To be
you're
shit right, you got to put your time into it.
If Reese wants a
100
rabbit, I'll take care of the rabbit. Can stay at my house.
You're 100% correct.
We're not getting no fucking rabbit.
But with TNA and with this and with trying to stay in shape just a little bit, it's about 5 hours a night.
And coaching T-ball.
Nope.
You're not coaching?
They didn't ask me.
Are you serious?
I got out
of it.
You
got blackballed as being a coach.
I got blackballed. Listen, I felt good about that.
You should.
Because I offered.
I heard about this today. I heard about this story today.
I
used to
offered.
be the baseball deal, you know. I used to do all that
You
shit.
heard Andy got blackballed?
No, I went blackballed. But they made a mistake or I don't know, some kind of shit. And they felt bad because Andy wasn't coaching. He wanted to coach. He didn't. Now he can't coach.
No. I'm fine with that. Like I said.
Andy don't know this story, so go ahead and fill us in.
I'm good.
Right.
No, don't go back to them and say that Andy really wants to coach.
Terry,
right now.
Do I need to make a phone call?
Yeah, I'll text you right now.
Like
Andy wants to coach.
No, I felt good. I felt good volunteering my time and them not accepting it.
That's a winner right there.
I'm good with
There
that.
was
My conscience is
there was
clear.
a little miscommunication there, but
No, we're
as long as
good.
you're happy,
I am very happy.
Yeah, tell him not to feel bad.
Right.
I told Jesse the other day, like, thank God,
Right.
I dodged that bullet.
T-ball,
I volunteered.
yeah.
I
Oh, God.
dodged the bullet, and we're good.
Of all the things I
I've coached
did,
baseball, you know, I've coached it for
since
I don't know 10 years, 8 years, I guess. Jim Cross been playing. Well, he's playing 8 years, I guess. That T-ball is horrible. Fucking horrible.
I never ever hated coaching anything as worse as I did T-ball.
Right.
The older the kids got, the more I
fun.
enjoyed it.
Yep.
7-on-7 football when Andy was in high school was my favorite coaching of all because I could talk to the boy. They weren't kids; they were young men,
Right.
and I could talk to them, and you could say "fuck" and "asshole" around them, and nobody was gonna go home and tell their mom nothing.
Right.
And I enjoyed that, and I liked Little League when Payne and Zach and Andy were at 5th and 6th grade.
Right.
That was fun.
Yep.
Anything below third grade and below sucks. 4th,
Right.
5th, and 6th aren't so bad. But man, I just, whew. You know, when we had youth football here one year, and I had 38 boys come out for football, 11, 12 years old.
Really?
We were damn good. We had a lot of talent, but I had a kid in town who I kicked off the team. I told him to send his ass fucking home. I told him, I ain't got time for your shit. Go to the fucking house.
How'd that go over?
His dad calls me that night, and his mom, Michelle, says, "Hey, so and so's on the phone." I answer the phone. I'm like, "Hello." Tim told me you cussed at him today and kicked him off the football team. I said, I told him he was jackassing around. I got 38 kids here. I don't have time to fuck with you. Go to the house if you're not going to fucking listen. He goes, I completely understand, Jeff. Have a good night. And that was the end of it.
Mom and Dad are mad now, you know.
But I was fucking, you don't have time for that shit. But I don't miss.
That's the way pig showing it. I got some kids the same way. You know, do your chores, do it right. We don't do it at all. You know, I mean, you know, wasting my time, your mom and dad's time. It's just
and money.
And money, a lot of money. You know, I mean, you know.
If you're going to miss coaching, no T-ball's the years to miss.
Yeah,
I'm
that
telling
shit's
there ain't
horrible.
one fucking guy playing pro
It's
baseball
horrible.
right now that's like,
No.
it all started in T-ball.
Yeah, hit the ball. They were at third base, you know, or go to second base. They don't know what first base is, you know. You go to practice every day. You think you have an idea what's going on. Some games they ain't got a fucking clue. Damn, they just want you like bad news bears.
Have you ever had a pig that maybe had the genetic makeup but just couldn't get it together in the ring?
Yeah, it's all about timing, you know. I mean, timing is a lot of it, you know. Those last 2-3 weeks is pretty critical, you know. I mean, all the stuff all the feed, additives we give, you know, and you keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I mean, the things, it's there, but it's need to pop, and it's not going to pop, you know. And it's
But is it in their head or what is it?
Just timing's wrong, you know, or just had a bad day.
Have you ever seen a mom or dad snap at the show and go batshit crazy on the judges or anything?
Oh yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Besides your wife?
No, she don't do that. I mean, you know, I'd probably do it more. I don't do it. I did it one time.
I was just kidding about Jennifer. I never seen it, but have you seen some moms or dads do that
I had
shit?
a buddy of mine one time in San Antone. He didn't get placed. He wasn't playing with the Duncan fence and beat the shit judge's ass.
Really?
He was pissed. And this guy was. I mean, they always win, and he was fucking pissed. He wouldn't climb the fence. That stupid son of a bitch. Just now, I'm gonna whoop his ass. Whoa, hold on now.
But he always won.
Yeah.
Jeez. But
But it's just, well, like I said, one man's opinion. You know, I mean, you never know. You know, I mean, you know, have a bad day here and there. You know, but it's a tough business. I mean,
well, I tell you what, I sure enjoyed the times we did it.
I've had some good time, met a lot of good people in it. I've met some assholes too in the last.
Well, yeah, the guy that's gonna climb the fence.
Right. No, he was a good guy. You know,
He just pissed.
Just having a bad day.
some guys don't pay you. You know, that's the bad thing about it too. You know.
Well, I tell you what used to wear me out is the motherfucker. Terry would haul everybody's pigs down there, and them fuckers wouldn't give him any money.
Right.
And that used to wear me out.
Oh yeah, you're always good about that. You always helped out. You know.
That pisses me off, guys that don't do that. They don't give money.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's hauling your pigs everywhere and your
Right.
kids. Give him $100.
I had a guy a couple years ago bought a pig from us. We leased some pigs, leased some goats to him. Basically, rent a pig for the show season. We'll get them back for sales. Whatever. He bought at least 6 pigs. It was like $200. Well, not bad, not crazy money. I mean, it's good enough to get them. Everybody. I make money, and the kid saves some money too. Gave him the check. The check was like $2,600. That's $200 less. It's supposed to be right. And the check was hot. Imagine that. So oh shit. Bank calls. Here's check's no good. Okay, run it again. Run again. Still ain't no damn good. Calling. Fucking phone don't work. Imagine that.
Did you ever get your money?
Hell no. But he did me that way. He did some guys in Dalhart that way, and the guy in Louisiana that way, and another guy in Parrington that way.
Is he still alive?
He's still alive, but
It's a good time to do a shout out to him if you want to.
Texas Rangers are involved, so
It's that big a deal.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
they got involved. They called me about it, and I said, yeah, yes, what happened?
Ain't that crazy?
Yep.
How did he find you? Obviously, he wasn't local.
I knew the guy in college in Stephenville, so
I'm gonna fuck over my friend today.
yeah.
It would have been better off for him not even to write you a fucking check.
Yeah, I mean,
It would. Then he wouldn't have got in trouble for a hot check. He'd just be
I got some equipment. I don't need no fucking equipment. I got enough of that shit, with the fucking cash.
What's he got? Hold on, I may be
He
interested.
don't want no pig shit.
But you know what?
It happens, and it just, but that's what makes the whole the bad deal.
But if he wouldn't have wrote a check to you, it would have been a civil matter.
Right.
Now it's criminal.
Yep. The first time I agreed with $200 to begin with, it's supposed to be $2,800. He gave me $2,600, and the check was hot, But anyway, it happened.
I've had that shit before happen here too. People fuck you out of money, and then they don't even fuck you out of the amount of money they owe you.
And it's no big deal, and act like best friends, Well, no, we're not, buddy. I'm sorry, It's a good deal. I mean, that's show and deal. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. I mean, I would hope it was bigger,
Well, I won't screw you on the rabbits. So
We're not getting rabbits, dude. I'm sorry. Sorry, Andy. No rabbits. Might get a pig maybe next year, but it'll be all right. So,
like I said, there's no extra time.
Right.
Plus,
that's a horrible time of year, anyways, for us.
he's a
yeah, that's for gin and things going on. We're busy with the cotton gin. We're busy there and trying to get pigs walked, this and that done. It's hard to get it all timing, My kids are getting John Cross will be in high school next year. That means football and basketball and
And have to get him a car.
Yeah, I got to pick up on these days. And
Lord help
Grayson's-
if he gets a girlfriend.
I'm sure he will. Hope he does. I mean, no, he's all right.
Maybe.
Hope that boyfriend at least still. We're good there. We're good there.
I knew that's where we were headed. That was the deal.
And Grayson, hell, she's something else.
Is she gonna be your wild child?
No, she likes. I mean, she's not wild. She just, she's pretty point blank. I mean, she don't put up no bullshit.
Which one's gonna be your wild child?
It won't be John Cross for sure. It won't be him. He's pretty.
So it'll be
timid.
Grayson then.
She'll be wild, but she might, raise hell every once in a while. But she'll probably drink more than he does. I bet.
He's always been such a good kid.
He's a good kid. I have 2 good kids. I can't complain. There's some times when I was like, God dang, kids, I'm gonna beat y'all's ass.
I think I've heard you say that exact word time.
Or use them with a show stick. That hurts. The show stick. It happens.
Did your kids ever have a hard time letting the animal go at the end of the season?
Grayson does still.
Really?
Pushes
Still?
the girl, John Cross. Oh hell, whatever. Dad, we got more. Whatever. That's my favorite. Grayson's all. That's my favorite pig.
So it
Big
bothers
show.
her still. She's
Yeah.
always, but
Yeah.
she loves animals.
She does.
She'd make a good veterinarian one day.
She wants to do that. She'll be a teacher or a vet. She says.
She'd be a bit better off going to be a vet.
Probably, but we ain't got that kind of money for vet school.
Oh, you do, Terry? That ugly
You gotta
money?
win. You gotta win some more shows,
win some more
motherfucker.
shows, sell more pigs and pay their pigs. Maybe help a little
What
bit.
you need to do is get her to fall in love with one of those rich kids over there, and then
exactly.
she won't have to do nothing but just spend money.
Right.
Make more. You can marry more money than you ever make. There
Take
you
care
go.
of dad.
Yep.
So We're lucky. We got 2 good kids, so it's fun,
No third kids coming?
Shit, no, that's one practice.
Just want to practice.
Just want to practice.
There's always more time for that, Unlike Andy, 5 hours a day, he always sleeps,
Well, you're probably not getting a whole lot more than that during your busy time, during ginning season and
ginning
pigs
season,
and everything else.
Yeah. And we fair. We're breeding right now. We'll fair in June, July, and a few in August. And we fared some in January and February. We're fixing to start selling those pigs. Probably another 2 weeks. We're selling some pigs for our state.
But I
fair in
mean,
Texas.
you're not getting just.
No, we don't. But that's just what it takes. If
you're gonna be good, if you're gonna get those 200 pigs and do it full time, then
be good.
That's what it takes.
It takes time.
That's what it takes, Jeff.
That ginning season, that ginning season is crazy. That's some stories there too. We can tell you. But that ginning season started at 7 o'clock in the morning. Gin until 7 o'clock at night. Sometimes at 7 to 10. At night and.
Do you have any Mexicans work for you?
A few, Had a guy one time, a white kid, when he wanted to drive a truck for us. We bought a brand new Mack multi truck. The multi truck is like we paid $225,000 for it, brand new truck. He came in there, I want to drive a truck for you, Terry. I said, okay, got a driver license?
Is this the module deal?
Multi truck, yeah. Hauls modules in the field.
Okay.
Got, $225,000, where it was. I want to drive a truck for you. Okay, you got a driver license? No. What happened? DWIs. I'm going to put you in this
DWIs.
Yeah, DWIs. Yes. I'm going to put you in this $225,000 truck, no driver license, because you lost the DWIs. Well, yeah. I said, I'm not sure this guy going to think about that idea, I didn't think about that,
So it didn't work out.
He didn't work the gym.
Is there another job he could have got?
Probably not.
He didn't want it?
He won't drive a truck,
I saw your truck was at the mechanic the other day.
Which truck?
Oh, fuck, I don't
The
know.
$225,000 one, I guess.
One with, it was a while back, I guess.
Oh, they break down quite a bit, Those trucks are pain in the ass.
All that money and it breaks down.
Well, I mean, they take a beat, And
How far will you go to pick up a module?
we went to Gene. Outside Albany. What's that?
That's a pretty good distance.
95 miles
Yeah.
to go one module, one way.
Because one of our farmers in Hobart takes his to
Clinton?
no, it goes somewhere in Amarillo, Paladura maybe, somewhere out there, out.
They built new gyms up there, and they're like 2,000 bells an hour.
He takes his. They pick his up, but it's somewhere in the Panhandle somewhere, and I can't remember where.
Dalhar has a big gin up there. Perryton has a big gin.
I don't think it's over there. I think it's south of there somewhere. Where's the Adobe Walls one at?
It's that new one. I think it is one at Perryton. I think at the Blue Walls.
Man, it could be where it's at. But anyways, they're going all the way up there. They're
2,000 bells an hour.
2.5 hours to come pick up his cotton, and they're picking up on 18 liters because they're on round
Round
bales,
bales, yeah.
and they're doing it that way.
You see more and more of that.
So how does that whole scene work? When does the farmer get paid? Does he get paid whenever you come and pick his shit up?
We sell it. Sell his cotton.
So you sell it.
We sell it. We process it for him. And we sell the cotton to whoever wants to buy it. We'll pay him after we sell it.
And if he has his cotton ginned, let's say you pick it up on Tuesday and you gin it the next Tuesday, you can sell it on Wednesday or Thursday,
Yeah,
can't you?
it sells pretty quick usually. I mean,
Have you ever had anybody want their money before you even got it?
Oh yeah, I had a guy one time. He was a harvest guy. This poor bastard. He wanted to pay him on his harvesting. He harvested, I think his father-in-law's cotton. He won't be able to pay him before the cotton was even ginned. You harvest it by the lint pound, right? We pay him like 10 cents a pound. The harvester does. He won't be able to pay him before it's even cotton harvested. Just pay me this much money. If it's more, I'll just pay it back. I was like, that ain't gonna fucking work, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, he harvested his father-in-law's cotton, and want me to pay him.
I bet I know who this little smiling bastard is.
$5,000. I was like, no.
If it's over,
shit.
you can just
I'll
drop
give
me
you
a check.
back. Yeah, so
Ain't that just
I'll
crazy?
Money on this year's business.
And he's not a dumb guy either.
Apparently he is.
Well, but he's not though. That's what's crazy.
Right.
He knows better than that shit.
You would think so, but they try to push you. That didn't work. I mean, crazy people.
Hey, just go ahead and pay me for all my hunts up front, and then if you have a good hunt or bad hunt, whatever. That's what you pay.
Exactly. I'll reimburse
Yeah.
you.
Because Blake, he sold his corn, and I realize it's kind of a different game, but he sold it all, and had he just ridden it like another month,
Right.
he'd made like $40,000 more dollars.
You just kind of watch it, play the market, see how far you want to go with it.
Yeah, but he sold his at a point he knew what he was going to sell it at, and it just kept going up.
Right, and that's what his dad had always told him. Like, when you get to the number you want, sell it.
Cash in. Yep.
Don't fucking look back.
Right.
Well, Blake, being the guy that he is, he's fucking looking at the commodities market every morning. He's like, God damn,
Yeah.
I missed out on $10,000. And then you wake up the next day, God damn, missed out on $12,000.
It could have went backwards, 12,000.
Could have.
Too. Could cost you 12,000.
It could have.
You know?
So are cotton and corn not that way? As far as like riding that commodities market?
You ride it. You ride it. Like you put your price in there. You figure your break even. Whatever it is. Say it's 65 cents a pound. It's probably be 80 cents a pound. Probably now cotton is. I mean, break even is.
But it's not as volatile as the corn market is it?
No.
Corn it's pretty steady. I mean, if it's 80 cents now, it's probably going to be 70 to 90 at the most next year. Where corn may go up.
Right.
35 cents to $1 or something, I guess. I don't know much about it myself.
Those commodities now are just crazy right now. Commodities are changing quite a bit.
So is there a good cotton price right now?
Right now it's really good. It's probably 83-4 cents for next year.
And peanuts are real good now too, right?
Yes, unfortunately.
That's good for us.
Yeah, unfortunately.
There's gonna be a lot more peanuts, I heard.
More peanuts and more corn.
Yeah.
Cotton is hard to grow. Too much money involved in it.
Why?
You get a lot of spraying.
Herbicide and stuff?
Herbicide, the chemical, the planting seed, the harvesting, the hands, and it's always doing something to it. You spray it one week, next week you put fertilizer on there. Next week you put something to kill it, it won't grow so fast, and then harvesting it, you spray it to kill it. You kill it, to harvest it. So,
and cotton's a perennial.
Right.
But not here, because I guess the frost kills it or whatever.
Well, most guys spray it. They
do?
to harvest. Yeah. It's better to harvest it, kill it. It's better to spray it to kill it than to freeze.
So, are there anywhere there's these great big cotton trees that have fucking grown up with just cotton falling off of it?
No.
China.
China
got 3 million bales. Been there for 6 years. China has 3 million bales. Been sitting somewhere for 6 years.
That shit ain't good still?
It can't be any good.
Just to fuck with the price.
Right, exactly.
That's all it's about.
Oh.
Yep.
They dictate everything.
Yep.
All those tampons.
Yep.
All right, let's let Terry get off here. I know he's got other shit to do.
You got pigs to feed.
Yes, sir.
Terry, appreciate you being on here,
all right,
bud.
guys, enjoyed it. Thank you, and I'll see y'all around.
Whoa, hold on. Tell people if they want to buy a pig from you, where they get hold of you.
Call us Utley Farms in Knox City, Texas. I got Facebook now, Jeff.
You do, and I'm proud of you.
Facebook for the last 6 months. I am getting there finally. So.
Yep. Always was never going to have fucking Facebook.
Ruination in the world.
Yep.
Ruination in the world. I told everybody. We're still figuring that shit out still.
Do you have Instagram too?
Oh, Jeff, come on now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just not figuring Facebook out.
Okay. Do you have Snapchat though?
I got Snapchat, yeah.
You know how to make that run. Fall around the gay.
Yeah, yep. Follow the game. Yeah, you're right. All right, guys, enjoyed it.
Well, you want to give me your number or anything? Website?
Yeah. I don't have a website. Utley Farms Facebook
on Facebook.
Page. Yeah, or 940-256-3288. We got show pig, butcher pigs. We can get hair sheep. Dorper sheep, raise some of those. So that's a pretty good deal. So we try it all. So anyway.
And he loves the penis pictures.
That's gracious.
Check out our sponsors. Check out Stanfield Hunting Outfitters, Bangtail Whiskey, Goose Creek Retrievers, Gundog Outdoors, Pacific Calls, Blind Grass Camouflage, Dive Bomb Industries, Boss Shot Sales, Dirty Duck Coffee, Lucky Duck, and Looking Glass Duck Club.